42 degrees at 29 minutes before the hour, and we've got the legends that are legends with us this morning. Roger Vines and Lathan Hudson, and we did this show a month or so ago, and we kind of introduced what was going to be going on over at Booker's, and boy, that went great, didn't it, Roger?
It did. Had a good turnout, good crowd, and we had Lathan and I played, and then we had a friend showed up by the name Brian Cairns. I'd never met him before, but he was a friend of Bob Green's, and he came and he played.
I didn't know Bob had any friends.
Yeah, Lathan's his only one, but
you have to listen to Bob.
But it was very successful.
It was. And then we had two friends, Kevin Smith and Kenny Robertson showed up, and so we had, 5 of us playing.
Yeah, the best part of the night was I played 3 songs and went to the emergency room. Cause
I'd do it every time.
I had a bad tooth and it was hurting me, and they gave me a shot, and I came back. I came back just as they were finishing up. But they did good. They did good.
So we're doing it again, tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, yeah.
That's right, tomorrow night.
We're trying to do it the first and third Tuesday of every month.
Okay.
And so tomorrow will be our second one. Yeah. So.
I asked Lathan who his favorite artist was, and he said Chris Christopherson. Why is that?
Well, he got me my first hearing in Nashville. He got. I'd written maybe 5 or 6 songs, and I met him through his keyboard player named Donnie Fritz, his best friend. I worked with his uncle in Birmingham, and it was constructed, long story. But anyway, Donnie introduced me to Chris. Chris came to Birmingham.
What kind of guy was he?
Laid back, just down to earth. He was always, if it rained, he would apologize because it was raining. It was his fault, you know. It's all on me type of guy, you know.
Yeah.
Great person. Great person.
So, Roger, who would be your favorite artist, you think?
One or two. When I was growing up, what really got me started playing was John Denver. I loved John Denver music.
Oh, yeah.
Started hearing all his songs, Take Me Home Country Roads, and Annie's Song, and all those great songs. And so,
well, he died an untimely death, didn't he?
He really did.
Yeah.
It was really sad. I mean, he had so much talent and so many more songs that he was still writing, but died in a plane crash. It was one of those experimental planes. They call it a Long Easy, and so his dad was a pilot too. His actual name was John Dutchendorf. Yeah, and his dad was a military pilot, Colonel Dutchendorf, I think it was, and so he learned to love to fly, and he loved flying, and so part of his career he bought this experimental plane, and he had flown lots of stuff, but this little plane had some little flaws with it. They were still kind of experimental, but anyway, the way I understand the story, you had to reach back behind you to switch gas tanks, and he was running out of fuel, and he went to turn that off, and the plane tilted, and he was flying low over the bay, and right into the water.
Wow. Lathan, you returned to Nashville not too long ago, and I asked you about it, and you said, and it kind of shocked me, you said that you'd never go back. Why?
It's a bad dream. You get first impressions. When I moved there in 1976, Music Row was a little village of small houses. Millions of dollars was done business was done in the houses there. And now Music Row is not Music Row anymore. It's nothing but high rises and skyscrapers. And it's like walking into a nightmare. It's like, I wanted to go home. I stayed 3 days because some friends of mine were up there, and we were trying to get this girl a record deal, and she's got one, by the way. Anyway, I left a day early because I'll never go back. I'll do business over the phone, through the mail.
Yeah. Hey, Roger, Lathan talking about record deals. You just don't do record deals like you did back in the day, do you?
No, it's really hard to get in. One thing, because I'm coming along a few years behind Lathan, not many, but a few years behind him. And
a few.
So, and in that short period of time, it's been like this, we came out with the internet and people started doing music, and now it's just flooded with songwriters up there from all over the place. So very competitive. You can't hardly even get a publisher to hear your stuff, much less, get them to pick one up. So.
Yeah. All right, let's do some music this morning, shall we?
Let Roger tell you about our gig coming up, though, first in January.
Oh, January the 11th. Yeah, we'll be going up to Nashville to play at the.
Well, I didn't think you was going back to Nashville.
Well, I'm probably gonna let him go, but I told Roger if Kevin doesn't go with him, I'll go with him because I've got some friends up there that play at a place called the Commodore.
Commodore, yeah.
So it's a hotel actually.
So what are we going to be doing?
We're going to be playing some music, and they do what's called music in the round, where you got different songwriters up and they sing. And the Commodore is one of those places where a lot of songwriters go, and it's kind of hard to get into. And so Lathan's kind of my calling card. You know, if you're hanging around with Lathan, it's like, hey, you must be pretty good. Come on in.
That's not even true.
All right, let's do some music.
All right, play something.
Sounds problem. I'm gonna play a song called "The Lady in the Letter." It was. I've done this in a long time. The lady opened up the letter. These were the words it had to say. I'll try to keep this short and simple. We just let love get in the way. I know this. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting the words. I never really meant to hurt you. The letter went on to explain. It said sometimes these things just happen when we let love get in the way. The lady has an air about her, even when she's all alone. She don't like to let her feelings show, even though she knows he's really gone. I know this is no consolation, was written in one last refrain. We could have been good friends forever, we just let love get in the way. Sing a song of sixpence, pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baking in a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. What a sad, sad letter to place before a queen. She's crying softly in her bedroom. The letter's safely in its place. She'll read it once again tomorrow. She reads the letter every day. And sometimes she'll say, we just let love get in the way. In the way. Just let love get in the way. The lady opened up the letter.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Lathan Hudson, a great, great talent. And you know, Roger, we were talking before the show about sharing about Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash, about a song that they co-wrote back years ago. And we're talking about it just takes a thought. Mm-hmm. It takes seeing something or hearing something, and there you go.
Yeah, a lot of in the songwriter world we call that a hook. You know, something that catches your mind or your ear, and you say that's kind of a unique way of saying something.
It catches fish too.
Yeah.
See, he brought it up, and I
noticed that.
I smothered it. Okay, go ahead, Roger. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. But yeah, songwriters are an interesting bunch of people. We're always, hearing different things and bouncing off each other and getting ideas. And we were talking about John Denver a minute ago, and I have to mention my wife because John Denver is kind of what brought us together. Mm-hmm. When I was in college, I had a roommate, and he says, I'm dating this girl. He says, you need to see her roommate and ask her out. And I said, how come? He says, y'all are just like, he said, she loves to sing and she loves John Denver music. And so we started dating, and you know, he wasn't right about much, but he was right about that. so,
All right, what you got this morning?
all right. Well, this is a song that I do a little bit of chainsaw carving, where you take a piece of wood and you take a chainsaw and turn it into a bear or a fish or Indian head or whatever. And I've done a little bit of that. And so I was thinking one day, you know, when you start off carving something on the outside, and Craig Brown does the marble up here, the same type thing.
Yeah.
He starts with a chunk of rock, I start with a chunk of wood. But, you know, when you first look at it, it doesn't look like much. It's just this rough piece of thing. And then as you carve into it, you know, you find something pretty neat inside. Like Craig Brown had beautiful stuff he found inside these rocks, you know, the stuff that's up at the library and all. So, and I thought about it kind of like meeting people. You know, when you first meet somebody, you see the outward appearance, but you don't know who they are on the inside till you kind of start carving away and finding out who they are, you know. And so anyway, so I wrote this song called Beneath the Bark.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
He sang this at church the other day, and man, it got a response you would not believe.
I saw that. What church was that?
First Baptist down here on the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were y'all doing over there?
We were singing to the Metallic Club, which was our senior group. They call it Metallic Club because they got silver in their hair and
lead in their
feet.
That's
or
you,
something.
Lathan.
They said lead in their feet, but I said I thought lead in their
Well, somebody stole all my silver.
Go ahead.
All right. It's called Beneath the Bark.
This is beautiful.
Stopped outside of Gatlinburg at the old wood carver store. A Cherokee chief and a black bear standing by the door. The man was carving on a cedar stump, and oh, it smelled so good. Then I asked him how he could see those things hidden in the wood. And he said, you gotta look beneath the bark and see with different eyes. You can't judge on the outside, appearances can lie. The best part you will find is hidden in the heart. There's a treasure to discover if you look beneath the bark. We walked out on the front porch to a couple of rocking chairs. Seems like life and time stood still as we began to share. We found so much in common, strangers became friends. And as he chipped away at the man I was, I heard those words again. You gotta look beneath the bark and see with different eyes. You can't judge on the outside, appearances can lie. The best part you will find is hidden in the heart. There's a treasure to discover if you look beneath the bark. You see, we're all rough on the edges, and life can leave its scars, but every person is amazing, like a classic work of art. But you gotta look beneath the bark. It's easy if you try. And you never know at first sight what beauty lies inside. The best part of us all is hidden in the heart. And there's a treasure to discover if you look beneath the bark. Yeah, there's a treasure to discover when we look beneath the bark.
Pretty.
Yeah, Mr. Roger Vines this morning here on Daybreak Live, and they're going to be singing songs just like this tomorrow night down at Booker's. And what time does it start, Roger?
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, going 5 to 7.
Yeah, 5 to 7. It's Songwriters Night at Booker's, and you're invited to attend first and third Tuesday nights of the month. And you can enjoy some great food and some wonderful music as well. I guess, Lathan, you've been in this a long time as far as music is concerned. When you write a song, are you looking for somebody that maybe to pick that song up or to do something more with it?
Sometimes you write for an artist, you know, you song specifically, like B.J. Thomas recorded a bunch of my songs. I co-wrote with his wife a lot of them, but we would pick a subject that we wrote a song. I can't play it. It's about Christmas song, and it was about a tree he used to be around, and it was I forget the name of the song, but anyway, we wrote it for him like that, specifically for him.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times you just write the song and hope it lands in somebody's
What
lap.
kind of guy was B.J. Thomas?
Wonderful human being. He wasn't like you see. He's just two different people. He loved to play golf. Played a lot of golf with him. We one time I don't want to tell this, but we were getting ready to tee off. We was behind this foursome was teeing off. One guy's on top of his backswing, and this deer ran across the lane, you know. And BJ said, "Look at that deer! Look at that deer!" And you know, you don't talk when people are swinging.
Yeah.
And the guy turned around and gave him a dirty look.
Supposed to be quiet out there.
But he was spontaneous. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
He's just a wonderful human being, good Christian man. He been through a lot in his life. Just a great person.
Yeah, there's some great songs, right? Yeah. What's your favorite of B.J. Thomas?
Probably a song that me and Gloria and I think Red Lane wrote called me and Gloria and Larry Kingston wrote called.
He wrote with his wife, B.J. Thomas's wife. Didn't he?
Yeah, it was a book she had called "Finding How Good Life Can Be." I'm in tune. And it was nominated for a Grammy in 1984.
Wow.
Didn't win, but it got nominated.
Yeah.
In the spiritual division. Back then they had all kinds of divisions, you know.
Now tomorrow night we're going to be down at Booker's on Norton Avenue in Sylacauga, and if you want to hear some great music and enjoy some wonderful food, it's a songwriters night at Booker's from 5 until 7 o'clock. Plenty of great food and fellowship. And Lathan, you're going to be picking and grinning, singing some songs. What you got next?
This is, I was writing for Lobo, me and you and the dog named Boo guy. His name is Kent Lavoie, really. And he's a friend of Jim Henson of the
Muppets.
Anyway, he was looking for a song for a movie, and I'd written this song, and they recorded it on Kermit the Frog, and I'll do it. And the concept was the song exactly fit the concept, and they recorded it on him. I've got a copy of the recording, and
By the way, I'm a Kermit the Frog fan.
Me too. They scrapped the movie, but this is a song. If I can remember it, I don't know why I'm having a hard time with my songs. Early this morning, I was chopping some wood. You asked for my autograph. Then you put your arms around me and made me feel special when you let your little girl laugh. When you tell me you know me like nobody can, and you see things that others can't see. My pride gets as big as the side of a mountain. You make me so proud of me. Oh, if life was a stage and I could perform where millions could watch me on color TV, they'd only see what they want me to be. But you see me the way that I am. There's a part here that goes, la, 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 la. I think Miss Piggy sang that part. La, 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 and then it goes. On the way to our cabin, we crossed Miller's Creek, and I gave a ride on my back to an angel about as heavy as a fistful of cotton stuffed in a small paper sack. Oh, if life was a stage and I could perform where millions could watch me on color TV, they'd only see what they want me to be. But you see me the way that I am. Oh, an angel sees things others can't see, and you see me the way that I am. Silly song, huh?
Kermit the Frog will be proud. He'll be singing songs just like this, Lathan Hudson and Roger Vines and others down at Booker's tomorrow night. And Roger, you get nervous when you perform?
I used to, and I still a little bit. I mean, I think you always have a little bit of that in you, because you know, when you're playing a song that nobody's ever heard, you don't know if they're going to like it or not. You know, if it's a cover tune that you're playing that some artist made famous, you know it's a good song and everybody loved it, so you know they're probably going to like that song. But when you're writing an original, like, you know, when Lathan and I are playing, a lot of the folks never even heard it, and you don't know if they're going to like it or not, so you kind of wait to see what the response is going to be. So,
you know, Lathan, you guys have been singing a long time and songwriting a long time, you longer than Roger, but you never know what people are facing in this life. And when they come to an event, you know, they may have had a difficult day. It may be all kind of stuff going on in their life, and you just try to do something to kind of make them feel better about things.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Henley said music. He said, now, I'm just quoting him. He said, we give the world the music that calms the nerves and it calms the soul. Mm-hmm. He put it in a real poetic way, but Larry Henley wrote "Wind Beneath My Wings," the song, and or he co-wrote it. But anyway, he was fun to be around. As a matter of fact, he was the lead singer for the New Beats. They had the song called "I Like Bread and Butter," "I Like Toast and Jam," and a lot of people don't know that he.
Oh, I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
I mean,
Yeah.
they don't know that Larry Henley was the lead singer for that.
Roger, you're going to be singing tomorrow night, performing down at Booker's. What you got next?
Well, you know, one thing I love a lot of variety in music, and I love ballads and things, but I also like songs that have a little bit of humor to them. And I actually, I have 3 CDs there. My last one was called Kudzu Comedy. And so just over the years, I've collected a bunch of what they call novelty songs, which are just kind of, you'll never hear them on the radio, they're just for fun songs. So anyway, this is called one about online dating called Wi-Fi Lover.
All right.
I like this song.
Well, my luck at meeting girls was next to none. It's hard to figure out, but I ain't dumb. I bought a computer and I got online, told Match.com what I was trying to find. Well, pretty soon I got a nibble from a lady named Sybil. I told her all about me, but I guess I lied a little. I'm an engineer and I travel a lot. I lift weights every day, so yeah, I'm hot. Well, we chatted online way into the night. I could tell by her bio she was just my type. It didn't take long for me to discover I was falling in love with my Wi-Fi lover. Wi-Fi lover. Well, I finally gave in and had to tell her the truth. I'm a sanitation engineer in black rubber boots. Picking up garbage cans is my daily workout. I travel every day, same old route. Well, we chatted online way into the night. She said a working man is just my type. It didn't take long for me to discover I was falling in love with my Wi-Fi lover. With my Wi-Fi lover. Well, I guess there's a match for every sock in the drawer, and a girl for every guy somewhere in the world. And I'm a believer in love at first sight, but it scared me to death when she said, let's Skype. Well, she wore overalls and had big buck teeth. A hillbilly woman there looking at me. But I knew that in there we were the perfect pair. Now she rides that truck with me everywhere. Like two lovebirds we met online. And I'm proud to say we're two of a kind. And I wouldn't trade her for anyone other. And every day I tell my wife I love her. I tell my wife I love her. I tell my wife I love her, yes I do. 'Cause she's my wife, I love her.
Wow. That's funny.
Wife, I love her.
It's a little spin of words, wife I love her and wife I love her. So it worked out pretty good.
There you go. There you go. Roger Vines and Lathan Hudson. So how do people find out more about y'all's music?
My last name is Vines, and everybody's familiar with kudzu, and so I came with a label for my music called Kudzu Country, with kudzu with a K and country with a K. So if you get on Google, you can Google kudzu, Kudzu, kudzu country. I've got stuff online. You can find all kinds of stuff. So.
All right, Lathan, what about you?
What was the question?
How to find out?
How to find you?
How to find out more about you, Lathan?
I really don't want a lot of people to know about it, to be honest
You
with
can
you.
find his picture at the post office. I'm on the wall.
Yeah, I've seen it down there.
Probably is. I think Facebook has really messed up a lot of lives.
Yeah,
You know,
you're right. You're right. And, all right, so tomorrow night we're going to be down at Booker's and going to have a great time. And so I want all of you to come. Actually, there's no charge to get in the door, right?
You just come in, enjoy a good meal, and hopefully some good music.
Yeah.
So,
And Lathan, I know you got a lot of friends in this community. You want to personally invite them to come out and be with you?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll pull up a chair for you. If you come, we'll pull up a big chair.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm just joking.
Now, Roger.
You can't take him anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
You can't dress him up, you can't take him out.
You're going to be moving to town real soon, too, aren't you, Lathan?
Yeah, the moving to the Main Street apartments, the Main Avenue apartments.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Hey, thank you guys both for coming this morning, and always a joy to have Roger Vines and Lathan Hudson with us. And keep up the good work and keep picking and grinning. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Well, thank you for having us.